Action.
Hello, we are
Hello.
back on the Laurent Collective podcast. Good to see everybody. And we are, or here, you're hearing us too.
You can hear us and see us now.
And all, yes, on YouTube.
And also smell and taste.
I don't
Can
know.
we?
What's the other
Do
one?
they want to smell all of it?
It's also
are you
touch. That's the
Oh, yeah,
other
touch, right, yeah, that's the other one.
Technology isn't quite there for those things yet.
I disagree that Japan are actually
I
developing...
want to smell him and
Wait,
him.
what?
The Japanese are developing a technology at the moment to where you can lick your TV and taste it.
Okay, back on track now. This is what it's like to have our kids with us. We are recording this during a heat wave, so if you are watching on YouTube and we look like we're melting, we've had to close our windows and doors so you can't hear the airplanes flying over. So we're hot.
Yes.
But today we thought we were doing our summer series of 5 things, and we thought it would be fun to share our family's 5 favorite children's books. Some of these are not going to be new for you guys. A lot of you are going to know them, but we have some friends we have lots of friends actually that are expecting kids, and so these are new to them. They've not heard of these. But we had our kids pick their favorite books that we've had through the years, and these have been ones that have been kind of like staples in our house. From the beginning with Zane, all the way to Veda. And some are more recent and some are ones that we have had for a while. So which one do you guys want to start? Which book should we start with, you guys? Okay, so the first book that we have is Here We Are by Oliver Jeffers. And it's called Notes for Living on Planet Earth. And we love all of the Oliver Jeffers stuff, actually, but this one's more recent. I guess in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Mommy, you can tell we really like it because there's 2 Oliver Jeffers book and that's 5 books.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
we'll get to the other Oliver Jeffers. Well, he's an illustrator on that book. But this one is great. Veda, if you're watching on YouTube, is going to show you some of the illustrations on the page and stuff. The reason why we like this one is this talks about like planet Earth, all the people on planet Earth, everything like that. You don't have to show them every single page. You can just show a couple of pages. And the reason behind this book too was his first son, I think, that he had.
Yeah, his first son was just asking questions of like, what is this all about? Like, what is that outside the window? And so I think he really kind of felt like he wanted to just kind of share some stories about what is out there in the world and what it is and how things are made and who we are as a people. And so it's just really, really cool. The illustrations are beautiful, super colorful, and just fun and engaging. And I feel like you can always see something new in the illustrations. Like every time you read it with your kids, it's really fun.
This is one of my favorite pages. It says, people come in many shapes, sizes, and colors. We may all look different, act different, and sound different, but don't be fooled. We are all people. And yeah, that's one of the, and it has like illustrations of all kinds of different people, and that they're the queen. Veda has found the queen, and all that. So that is one. There's also a little like film with this one, isn't there? Is it?
Yeah, I think the Apple did it. Apple Plus.
Apple
If you have
TV?
it, I think
It's Apple TV. not
Apple TV.
Oh,
Why
sorry.
do we always say Apple
Apple
Plus?
TV.
Apple TV.
Yes,
Yes.
Disney
Apple
Plus,
TV.
but Apple.
That's why
Yeah,
we
yeah.
put the 2 together. Apple TV did an illustrative like film too with that, and it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's really
so
fun.
anyways, we love Oliver Jeffers. Really, we could put any of his books on here. That is just one of his most recent ones. If you have a chance as well, he often tours and like will either read a book out loud or the time we saw him, he just like talked about like he talked about the day the crayons quit, which we'll get to in a little bit, into character development and stuff like that. And then he signed books for the kids, and he was so great. And so if you ever have a chance to actually go see him speak or
if
anything
you
too.
can see that.
No, he
Yeah,
literally
he signed this
one.
book.
Yeah, that's when we
is
signed
one of
it.
the ones. And Jude created artwork and gave it to him and stuff like that. So anyways, and he made Jude sign Jude's artwork.
Yeah,
which
that's
was
That was
what
a long time
on the
That
right
was
there.
a while
It says in
That
the front of
was
the book of why he did it. It's
Oh,
basically
yeah.
to his son.
Yeah.
That he-
Zane, Just, and
Just.
Book
Just.
was
Zane.
Jude and Veda.
Anyways.
Anyways.
Do Zane, Jude, and Veda.
Yeah. So that's our first book recommendation. It's good for all ages.
Yep.
Your kids will
It's
look at
very
it because
fun,
it's
yeah.
really pretty too. One that we also love is Dallas Clayton. If you haven't heard of Dallas Clayton, he is another author illustrator that we love. This one is called An Awesome Book. There are multiple books that he has done, and we have a lot of them. There's even a book that he did, an illustrated book that's like meant for adults, and that kind of stuff. But his illustrations are really cool. Our kids have absolutely loved them and that kind of thing. This book, like you
I don't understand any of what even this is.
you don't remember this book,
Oh,
Jude.
this
You
book is so
literally
weird.
that
Okay.
so this book is about the things of like dreaming and that kind of thing,
Dreaming
and how
and imagination and
Yeah.
like living into that
Yeah.
and actually pushing forward into it. And actually, a lot of us, as we get older, we forget about those dreams, and we can't do that. We need to push into our dreams. So.
Yeah, so there's like a little, I thought I'd read a little snippet of like these two. And this one, it's talking about dreams, and it talks about the fact that like, you know, you dream of these impossible things, like dancing wild animals with diamond coated wings. And then there's all these fun illustrations. And then it says, as we're adults then, instead, they dream of furniture, of buying a new hat, of owning matching silverware. Could you imagine that? Like, it's just really, really fun to see how he's taken something that like it's totally meant for kids, but we've bought this for adults too when they're struggling with things.
Yeah.
And a reminder of like the things that we suddenly as adults think we need to have, and then we forget about these other dreams that we have. As you can see, our family likes to read books to our kids that have like either are funny, we definitely have funny books, but definitely have a message that they get through the years and stuff like that too.
That's my favorite.
What's your favorite book that we don't have out here? Can you sit down, Veda, so everyone can see Jude?
I don't
What-
know. I think Jude likes not being seen, so that's.
He's just brooding in the
Veda, what
He's
is
kinda
one book that
brooding in
is
the
your
corner.
favorite that we don't have out here?
The tickle.
The Tickle Monster. Is that the name of the book?
Yeah, the Tickle
it's
Monster.
called
Yeah.
The Tickle
that
Monster.
is actually a good one, to be fair.
That is a good one, and it's just cheesy. It rhymes. When you are reading it, you're supposed to tickle your kids in different places
Yeah.
where it says to tickle them and stuff like that, and it makes everyone laugh. It often comes with like a
It came
mitt?
with gloves. No, it came with
or
gloves.
two, and
Yeah.
it's like monster hands that
Yeah.
you're supposed to wear. Ours
you
have
can
gone
tickle.
missing and stuff
I
like
don't
that.
I found one.
Yeah.
I have one in my bag.
Okay, you do.
The other one just.
Well, you used to wear them all the time
Yeah,
when you were a
Jude
little
used to wear
Jude.
them all the time.
I think I remember. I don't remember.
So that's that's a sixth
So,
book.
an awesome book by Dallas Clayton.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now this one is called Max and Art.
It doesn't have the title on it.
Well, and it
I actually
doesn't.
think it's called Art and Max.
Art and Max. Sorry.
Not Max and Art.
It has a different cover. This book has been around since the very beginning of
See,
time
Art and
in our
Max.
parenthood journey. So it has another cover that has gone someplace. And it's basically, it's two, or is it, help me here with you guys with this,
Lizards, I
two
think.
lizards, yeah?
Yeah.
Two different kinds of lizards. It's Max Wiesner. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong.
What?
Or not Max, sorry, David is the author's name, right?
You cannot.
I just put Max because that's in the title.
Um,
Our kid, it's this very simple book. It's a great book when your kids are starting to read because there's only a little bit of stuff everywhere. But
What do you mean
basically,
by stuff?
like wording.
Really
Sorry,
cool.
words.
Wait, it's on like every page.
I know, but they're simple words for you to learn. Clearly, you can see
Yeah.
from our version of this. This page is all. Did you see that page, you guys? Has been taped. You know
Oh,
it's a good
yeah.
book when you're keeping it still, and it's been taped, and it's even missing a little snippet of a corner. It's been taped a lot. I'm
Wait,
not
I
sure what
forgot about
happened
this
there.
thing. What?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that little. We must have not been able to find that
Did
piece.
you eat part of that book? Maybe.
That was probably
Maybe the
me.
one.
But so the reason why we love it is like, again, there's not like a massive message in it. Well, yeah, there is. But it's these two lizards, and one of them gets to paint the other, and then unravels it, trying to unpaint it, and everything like that, and they end up like creating together. It's a really simple one, but again,
Yeah.
the illustrations you guys
Illustrations
have already
are
loved
always
the
just
illustrations.
fun.
You used to love this book when you were
It's
younger.
super cool.
Or Zane may have been the one that like ate
Yeah.
the book, possibly.
Yeah.
Zane
I-
ate a bunch of crayons when he was younger too. Honestly, this man.
I ate everything, man. I ate crayons. I ate like pencil lead.
You were very
I ate
hungry.
erasers.
We did feed you, I promise. We
Yeah.
fed you, but you just like to chew on
But then
things.
now,
So
now you don't eat everything. Now
Yeah.
you're
you're very
Now I
picky.
just eat food
Okay.
a lot.
Okay,
So, Art and Max.
so Art
Very
Max
good book.
and is good
Yeah,
one.
Art
That's
and Max
and
is
I think we had
good.
gotten it from the library, and then we were
Yeah,
loved
and
it
then
so
we
much
ended
that
up
we
getting
bought
it,
it, and
yeah.
clearly our kids destroyed the book.
Yeah.
But
Wasn't
unless
me.
we found it in
Wasn't
the library
me.
like it was broken.
no, so
No,
then it's
yeah.
gonna look like this is gonna look like we stole a library book. I'm gonna promise that we did not. I bought it used because we couldn't find a lot of this. However, they have been reselling this, and this one is called Arts Supplies.
This is one of my favorite.
This,
books.
Jude, why is it one of your favorite books? And it's by, what's the author's name? I forget. Chris Togas. Oh, I hate mispronouncing people's surnames. I'm sorry.
Toga.
Togas.
Maybe the S is
Togas.
silent.
My God.
Okay, so Jude, Veda, let Jude tell everybody why he likes this book, and it's always been one of his favorite books. since you were little. Again, this was one we did go. So sometimes you're not sure about a book. If you can find the library,
Yeah.
get it. And if your kids love it, then go buy it from a local bookstore
Yeah.
if you possibly can. Why do you like it? You're not going to tell us? Okay.
Now my mind's
Your mind's gone blank.
Yeah.
I know
Okay.
why he likes it.
Go ahead,
It's
Veda.
probably because the art supplies is probably like alive.
Yeah, the art supplies,
Not probably, they are.
they are alive. So the premise is that Art, who is the boy, right? Right?
Well, I actually don't think the
Art
art supplies is
supplies.
actually alive. I'm pretty sure it's just as a more imagination.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. So the idea is that he has all these art supplies and he wants to create something, and so it goes through everything from crayons to paint to scissors to
Oil.
all that stuff. Yeah, there's
To tape.
oils.
And not oil
I mean,
ink.
Yeah.
It's just really, really fun.
Yeah.
The illustrations are fun. There's funny jokes in there
Yeah,
between
they-
the things.
Like-
Classic dad jokes.
Yes.
Classic dad jokes. Like, they're amazing.
And they made our kids belly laugh at all ages, and we still sometimes laugh even though we've read it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
You don't have to read it right now,
It
honey.
still lives in my room.
It still lives in Jude's room.
It's in my room now.
Or no, sometimes
Fine.
clearly
See,
you
they
can
fight
see
over
they're
it,
fighting
so.
over it. And so it's just a cute one. Like, it's very cute and that kind
So
of
there's-
thing. And always
Oh,
like
yeah, there's
again,
jokes here.
No,
Yes.
read one of the jokes out because they are that.
you can go, honey. You don't have to read upside down. That's like a teacher skill that I don't know any of us
I
have.
can do that.
Do you want to
I
read it,
can
Veda?
do it.
Do you read one? Read one.
Okay,
Veda.
go ahead. Read one of
Don't
the
read
jokes.
the first one because I don't understand what.
Okay, that's all right. Do this one.
That's the only one.
Do
I
the
know.
second one. Read that joke that's on there with the
It's
scissors
artists
page.
Don't make a lot of money.
Why
Yes,
did
It's
the
but that
premise of
doesn't
the
have to
first-
be true.
Wait, shush.
Okay, go
Veda's
ahead. Sorry,
talking.
Veda's reading.
Why did the paint come home full of work so sad?
What? Why do
Why
you
did he
think?
come?
Why?
He was just
He was just canned. So why did the paint come home from work so sad? He was just canned. It is total dad jokes,
Yeah,
but
classic
for
dad
some
jokes.
reason it makes you laugh.
Yep.
Even though Jude's not laughing
Yeah.
right now.
This one.
He's being cool.
Okay.
No. I don't.
I
I
am
don't
dark
really
and I'm
understand
brooding
why
in the
either.
corner.
You don't
over
understand
here.
this one. It's about paint thinner. So go ahead, Veda, read that one.
Why did the large painter go to the paint store?
Why did he go to the
Why?
He wanted to get thinner.
Okay. Does it?
That I understand.
Okay. Well, you said you didn't understand.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about that one.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know.
Because paint is
There's-
typically in a
there's-
can.
No,
That's
I
why
know
No.
that. But
Yeah.
No,
why
he's
did
talking
that?
about the wage joke.
Oh, that's fine
Okay.
because there's a theory that artists don't make
That's not
money.
true.
It is
Yeah,
not
exactly.
true, but that is why that joke is there.
'Kay.
Anyways, so
Art
no,
supplies.
we don't need to read all
Okay,
of them.
we
We're
don't
gonna
need to
have they
read
need to
every
get the
single
book,
joke.
and so
Yeah.
that they can. We will say we will put a link in here that we a way that you can support everything that we are doing in Lorraine Collective is we have made a shop in Amazon favorite shop, and so we'll put all these books in there. I think I could find all of them, and we have a UK one and a US one that you can look on there and grab these. Okay. Last one.
That
What
was
is?
an extremely shameless plug.
I said it's a way they can support
Yeah.
us. It wasn't shameless.
I'm sorry. That was just like it was like boom. Now we're advertising.
Give
Yeah.
us money.
This
Anyway.
one.
That's not.
I mean,
Anyway.
No.
we could ask you to create advertisements for our videos. Do you want to do that?
Okay,
Anyway.
Veda's upset with us because
No.
we haven't talked about the fifth book
This
yet.
is my favorite one.
Okay, go ahead,
This
Veda.
one is called The Day the Crayons Came Back.
No,
No,
that's
that's-
the other
That's
one.
the second one.
Oh, she's jumped ahead to the second version of
This
this
is the
book.
day the crayons.
The Day the
quit.
Crayons Quit.
No, this is the best book that
Now
I've
this
ever
is by Drew DeWalt, and then Oliver Jeffers illustrated it.
Yeah.
And so this is kind of I think how Oliver Jeffers became really well known. There are multiple versions of this now. There is the Day the Crayons
Crayons
Came Back, and I
That's the
think
second
there's
one. That's
isn't
the-
there a travel one too, or something? I thought there's
Maybe.
a third one.
Yeah, I
maybe.
think there's one where they travel, but I
Oh,
don't
this
remember.
one's
So-
really cool, this page.
If you are new to this book, many of you are like, oh yeah, know that book. We've read it 1,000 times. If you are new to this book, which we know like new parents and stuff like
You
that, this
said
might be new.
She said new the first time.
It's really hard having your kids on a podcast with you because they call it all the things that you repeat
Yeah.
and stuff. So thank you for that, Veda.
You said thank you twice.
And I think we lose track of what we're supposed to
I
be.
know.
Anyway.
It's really
there
hard
you
to
go,
focus
see?
with our
We
children
go on
here.
tangents.
All the
We go on a lot of
colored
tangents.
Basically, what happens is there's a kid. What's the kid's name in this? I can't remember.
Duncan.
Duncan. That's right. There's a kid named Duncan who has a box of crayons, and then his crayons go through and talk about things they've been coloring, whether they like it or not. There's some crayons that are fighting.
They're all trying to quit.
Yeah, they're trying to quit because they're done with I think it's the brown doesn't. I mean, that's again. This
Orange
is
and
another
yellow.
one that
the
are
black
dad jokes,
one-
but it's hilarious.
The black one, because
The blue one's almost completely
This
worn out.
one.
Yeah, the blue one's
Yeah.
almost gone.
Don't give anything away.
give anything
Don't
away.
give anything away.
There's something about a crayon, the
You
paper
have to
that's on the
read it.
outside
It's
of
so
a
good.
crayon, that the paper gets torn off and he feels naked. I mean, it's absolutely
By
hilarious.
the way he
Yeah,
said
it's
that.
it's really well written, and the illustrations are just brilliant.
That is
so.
a great book.
That is so, and I mean, again, I'll start to read it. I'll start to read it out loud, maybe to Veda, and then all of a sudden the boys are in there too, and reading it and stuff still.
We're just watching.
What else would you guys say about these books? Anything?
They're good. You
They're
should get them.
books. And they're good. And they're illustrated.
They are made of paper. Unless you get an ebook. Actually, do these have? They might have.
They might have
ebooks
for
on
these.
some.
There's
That'd be
something
cool.
about having paper books, though. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
say,
But
especially
hard-
for kids'
yeah.
books.
Yeah, for
fingers.
kids books, this is what you should.
But you should
You
always
should
get
get it
hard
like this.
covers. These paper covers die in 2 seconds. They get ripped.
Yeah, the paper
you
books
like having
are
the
the paper
hardback?
covers, but I think all of these come in paper now.
Also, the pages cut your fingers.
Well,
Wait for being an idiot.
the danger of reading
Just
books,
like-
you get
Yes.
paper cuts.
Sing, sing.
Living on the edge.
Yes, living on that chair.
Haha.
If you have heard our podcast, oh my goodness. It took me a minute to realize what you just said. Zane
You said
is
haha.
filled with dad jokes.
I'm sorry.
That's all
I'm
that
sorry.
he says.
I'm
He's
the
a
only
dad-
one that's modern.
he's a
He's
dad
That was too good. That was too good.
You're
He's
not
a
laughing
dad
at him?
It's not that funny.
Jude
I
doesn't think it's
didn't
funny.
even hear the joke, and I don't understand.
He's saying it's on
It's
edge,
okay.
like an edge of a
Like the
page.
edge of a page.
No, it's a terrible joke.
No one, yeah.
It's a
Oh,
terrible
the only
joke.
two are laughing are the two of you.
What do you mean? You're laughing at
I'm laughing
words.
at because they're laughing because it's such a bad joke.
When
Anyways,
people laugh,
Anyway.
they make me laugh.
Exactly. That's why I'm laughing. Our kids are going crazy because the heat is getting on to us, and so we're going to stop right now and stop recording. Veda. But these are the 5 books we recommend for your kids. If you're starting out a kids book collection, we think you should have all of these in them for sure. There are plenty more, of course, that we love, but we were trying to just narrow it down to 5. And Veda and
because-
Jude threw on a 6 with the Tickle Monster one.
And
Yeah.
because if you're saying it's a 5-thing series.
Yeah, exactly. But we did
Yeah.
6 this time, so let's ignore
Well,
that.
we did technically.
Technically do 6. We
Yeah.
did
We didn't
5.
show it, so
Yeah.
technically
Anyways.
I feel like it. Yeah.
It was
All
alright.
right.
Anyways,
Wow.
thank you for joining us today.
if you've made it this far, oh my gosh, thank you for watching or listening this long.
well done.
Yeah.
We're a bit of a mess in the heat wave. If you liked what you heard or are watching right now, it would be so helpful for you to subscribe and like and that kind of thing. It helps the people find us. The kids
Like
are,
and subscribe.
the
Yeah.
kids are melting because Jude thinks it's. Isn't this what all the YouTubers you watch
Yeah, but they
say?
do it in an actual smart way. You do it so
How would you
cheesy.
do it? How would you do it then? Tell
Like
me.
and
I'm not a
subscribe,
YouTuber. I can't do it.
Well, you watch enough YouTuber artists
I
and stuff.
said-
How
Like and subscribe, or else.
Please.
That's
Like and subscribe, please.
also, but you probably enjoyed this, but the only thing you might not is the stupid dad jokes from this one.
Well, that's all right.
That is
They're
a-
not. We're not using the word stupid.
But
Anyways,
the
No,
jokes are
Okay. if you actually want to see more of this kind of mess and that kind of thing, do what we said, or else
Bye.
apparently to Zane. And thank you so much for joining us. This is real life here. This is what our family is
Please,
like,
can we
and we
end the
hope you
video?
enjoy these books as well. Take care. You want to
Bye.
say bye, guys?
Bye.
Bye.